Welcome to today's yoga session. This is a somatic feminine flow. We're really going to get into the body through a series of yoga poses and somatic movement, or some might call it intuitive dance. Either way, we're really dropping into the body to allow yourself to express yourself in a beautiful way. So we're going to get started by taking in some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Really taking some time here to connect with the breath, setting your intentions for today to really stand in your feminine power. I'm going to start with some neck rolls, rolling one way. And then we're going to switch and roll the opposite way. Now we're going to stretch the sides of the neck. So go ahead and place that left hand on the floor and pull your head near your shoulder with the right side, feeling a nice deep stretch there on the left side of your neck. And we're going to do that again on the other side, gently stretching now the right side of the neck. Continue to connect with the breath. We're now going to roll the shoulders back and then roll the shoulders forward, really loosening up, making sure to get rid of any tension in the body. And now bring that arm across. We're going to get a nice stretch in through the shoulders, prepping ourselves for some of our yoga poses. Breathing into this stretch. We're going to do that on the other side. Feeling a nice stretch here on the left shoulder. Continuing to connect with the breath through these stretches. We're now going to put the soles of the feet together into butterfly, getting a nice stretch in through the hips and the inner groin. If you feel you want to add a little bit of movement here, please do so. Just getting warmed up here to get started. And extend that leg out. Now to get a good stretch in that right hamstring or left, whichever side you've started on. Continue to breathe through these stretches as we prepare for our yoga poses and dance. Stretching now the other side. Whatever feels comfortable for you. You can grab your shin, your toes. The beautiful thing about yoga is that yoga meets you where you're at. You don't have to be super flexible. We're going to take a deep breath in here, extending the arms up to the sky and exhaling. Another deep breath in, really extending those arms up, allowing ourselves to really feel empowered here as you exhale. Feel the power building as you take another deep breath in and reach up high toward the sky, pulling down beautiful energy that is empowering, feminine. We're going to start kind of moving our body here. Again, whatever feels good. As we get ready for a seated cat-cow, we're going to roll the back into cat as we exhale, and inhale and arch the back into cow. Continue to do this motion a few times here, exhaling as you tuck your chin to your chest, rounding out that back, and then inhaling, looking up to the sky and arching that back, pushing the chest forward. Do this at your own pace, continuing to inhale and exhale as you move through this cat-cow seated. Now we're going to really start getting into some movement here. Now you can move your body in a way that feels good to you. You may even want to close down your eyes and just feel the music. You can play your own music or move to the music that is in this video. Just allow your body to move in a way that feels good to you, using the arms, really engaging yourself and the hips, the upper body. Allow yourself to surrender and just be in this moment with yourself and your body. There's no right or wrong way of how to do this. Now we're going to get up on all fours and we're going to do cat-cow here again. So exhaling as you round your back, inhaling as you arch your back and look up, and exhale, tuck in, chin to chest, rounding out that back. Again, moving at your own pace here, but continue to inhale and exhale as you move through this pose now on all fours. We're going to get ready to get into some movement here again, where we're just going to somatically just close our eyes and just start moving again to the music in a way that feels good to you and your body. What you're doing might look completely different from me, and that's okay. That's the beauty of somatics. That's the beauty of stepping into the feminine. It's just allowing yourself to flow with what feels good to you. If you can imagine maybe some figure eights, moving that body back and then moving upward into a figure eight, rounding the back, pushing the hips forward, allowing your body to just flow. Now we're going to move into down dog, pushing back here, raising those hips up. You can move your feet, getting a nice deep stretch there through your back side. We're going to come down into plank and down to chaturanga and moving up into down dog. We're going to exhale and move back down into down dog. We're going to raise that leg up. We're going to open up the hip here on the right side and bringing that knee to the opposite elbow. And now straight back and exhaling to your chin and back up again, opening up that hip. It feels so good to get a stretch there. Lowering back down into plank. Pushing back to down dog, stepping forward with that right foot. We're going to move into warrior one. And on your next exhale here, we're going to be moving into warrior two. Hold here for a breath, and then we're going to reverse our warrior on the exhale. And then we're going to come forward here into an extended side angle. Just allowing that right hand to just flow down your shin as you make a straight line with the lower arm and the upper arm. Come on back up to warrior two. We're going to step to the front of the mat. We're going to hop or step back into a plank position, lowering down to chaturanga and up dog on the inhale. And exhale into down dog. We're going to do that sequence here on the opposite side now. You can pedal out those feet if it feels good to you. I'm going to raise the left leg now, really opening up that left hip. And then on the exhale, we're going to bring your knee to your opposite elbow and straight back again. And then now knee to chin, back up again, opening up that hip again on the left side and lower back down into plank, chaturanga, and up dog, exhaling down dog. From here, we're going to step with the opposite leg now. We're going to do this on the left side, going into warrior one. And opening up to warrior two. And reversing your warrior. Coming back down into extended angle here on the left side. Back up to warrior two. And reverse that warrior again. And we're going to come up to the front of your mat here. Stand tall in mountain. You can move those, start moving those hips, feeling into the movement. We're going to just hop back now, back into plank position. Going to go into wild thing here. Just really opening up that chest. Come back down. And we're going to reverse that and do wild thing on the right side. This is a beautiful heart opening pose. Come into plank, lowering down to chaturanga and up dog. Exhale into down dog. Just hold here for a couple of breaths. Now we're going to bring that left leg forward into pigeon. Extending that right leg out. If you can come down onto your forearms or onto the floor. Otherwise, you can remain upright if that's more comfortable for you. Continue to connect with your breath here as we really get into some hip opening in this pigeon pose. And now we're going to go back into down dog, and we're going to prep to do that on the other side here. So lower back down into chaturanga, up dog, and exhale back to down dog. We're going to bring that right knee forward and lean into the pigeon pose on the right side. Connecting with the breath here, really opening up the right hip, the glute. We're going to come back on the plank position. You can rock back and forth here, side to side, pedaling out those legs. And push back into down dog. From here, we're going to go back into plank again, really engaging the core as we lower down to chaturanga and up dog. Push back into down dog. Hop to the front of your mat. We're going to come into chair. So raise those arms up alongside of your ears, set your bum back. Feel free to start moving your body, moving your hips as you sit back into this beautiful pose. We're going to inhale up, and on the exhale, we're going to lower back down again into chair. Allowing your body to move if that feels good to you. You can pulse, move the hips. Deep breath in, up high. Going to fold forward into forward fold here. And halfway lift and forward fold again. Halfway lift. Try to keep that back nice and straight, and inhale up come to the front of your mat here. We're going to get ready to go into the goddess. Lower down into goddess and incorporate your arms here, really flowing, allowing your body to just really tap into the feminine here and flow. You can remain stationary during this pose if you'd like, or really allow yourself to get into it. Nice deep breath up and exhaling down into goddess again. Allowing our body to move in this way really allows us to tap into the feminine. We can flow freely like water. Water is the element of the feminine. You can take deep breaths in and come back down as many times as you need to take a break. We're going to continue to flow here, allowing yourself to just, again, really connect to yourself and move in a way that feels good to you. And you can come out of goddess now, and we're just going to allow our body to move, closing down the eyes, just moving in a way that feels good to you. And thinking of water and how water moves and flows. We're going to turn the toes facing the front and just fold down into a forward fold, wide-legged. And we're going to just kind of move from side to side, getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings, but also still allowing movement here. Moving left to right, right to left, whatever feels good to you. I'm going to take a deep breath in, come on up, and exhale as you move toward the front of your mat. We're going to roll down. We're going to get ready for bridge, so lift those hips off the floor, kind of pull those knees together, and just pulse the hips up and down in this bridge pose. You can move them from side to side or just gently pulse. Imagine you have a ball between your legs that you're trying to keep in place. Really feeling it in the inner thighs, the hips, the buttocks, and the hamstrings. Come on back down, vertebrae by vertebrae. We're going to stand back up, take a deep breath in, and breathe out. We're going to get into the somatic part of this session today. We're going to just allow your body to really move in a way that feels good. Again, I find it very helpful to close down the eyes and just feel my body and feel the music. You may choose to turn on something else for yourself as we'll be here for about 3 minutes. If you find other music more moving, like I said, feel free to turn on your own music or just tap into the music provided for you. Feeling into the divine feminine, feeling into the body. What comes up for you as you move freely? Being an observer to your thoughts. Maybe you feel silly if you haven't done this before. And that's okay. There are no judgments. The more that you do this, the more you start to feel comfortable in moving your body and really honoring the feminine. The body can hold a lot of energy and a lot of wisdom, so really getting to know your body and moving it in a way that feels good to you is very empowering. Reaching up to the sky and pulling down that empowerment, flowing with the feminine. If any emotion comes up for you as you move your body, just be a witness to it. You can process it later. Just be in the present moment. No worries about what's on your to-do list today. No worrying about what you didn't do yesterday. Just being in the present moment with yourself as you feel your confidence and your empowerment growing, feeling more confident, feeling beautiful in the skin that is yours. The feminine knows her power. Continue to breathe as you move through what feels good to you. Again, what you're doing may look completely different than what I'm doing, and that's the beauty of somatics. That's the beauty of individuality. So honor your space, honor your body, and just keep moving. Keep moving in a way that feels good to you. How would you dance if no one was watching? When is the last time that you danced? Dance and movement are a beautiful way to release feel-good hormones in our body. A beautiful way to connect with yourself, to feel empowered, to move energy. We're going to finish this with a beautiful hug. Come on down into a seated forward fold. Stretch out those hamstrings and just start to connect with the breath. Try to reach a little bit deeper. Notice your breath starting to slow down as we cool down. Breathe into stretching out. And we're going to come down onto our back here, really feeling into a supine twist. So pulling that right knee over, extending the right arm and looking out to the right. Feeling that nice stretch through the spine. We're going to do that on the opposite side now, bringing that left knee over the right leg, extending the left arm and looking toward that extended arm. Continue to breathe. Coming back up, we're going to put the soles of the feet together into a reclined butterfly, allowing those hips to just fold open, breathing into this pose, feeling a nice stretch through the inner thighs and the hips as we continue to wind down. Now we're going to cross that left knee over the right for a reclined pigeon, bringing in the right leg, feeling a nice deep stretch through that left glute and hip. Continue breathing through these stretches, slowing down the breathing. We're going to do that on the other side now. So crossing over the right leg onto the left knee, pulling the left knee toward you. Now we're going to grab the bottoms of your feet here and come into happy baby. Such a beautiful pose. You can rock back and forth if you'd like, or remain stationary. Just breathe into the stretch here. Now we're going to come into Savasana. So just allowing your legs to lie flat, palms up. We're going to just allow the integration of this practice, continuing to connect with the breath. Again, observing any thoughts that are coming up for you. No judging. Spend some time in gratitude here also for taking the time to really connect with your body and allow it to flow and move in a beautiful feminine way. I encourage you to stay in Savasana as long as you can. If you need to pause this video, please do so. Otherwise, we'll remain here just for another moment or two. I invite you to slowly come back to the room here, rolling on to the right side, just taking a couple more deep breaths. When you're ready, come back up to a seated position. Take 2 more deep breaths in. I thank you so much for being here with me today for this practice. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment below. I really appreciate your support and wish you a beautiful day. Namaste.